What's up, studs? Canal here, a Bulls on Wall Street. Happy Monday, happy hunting. Hopefully everybody had a fantastic day, even though the indexes were showing flat to slightly down. It sure felt like the market was ripping today. It was one of those days, that you get every blue moon where the market might be flat or slightly down. Everybody's like looking at that. But everything you're looking at is just ripping. And there was a theme today. AI was a theme. AI stocks, AI, crypto. There was a theme here that was developing, and that's really good, right? So, great. Today's video, we're going to look at the market indexes. We're going to unpack kind of what happened, where the levels are. Then we'll go into the watch list because there are heaters setting up, guys. So make sure you guys are watching. And guys, before we even get started, you need to smash that like button. I had to restart the Bulls on Wall Street channel from the old one, which had like 100,000 subscribers. But I think some of my Trump jokes got me flagged on there for political talk. So I had to restart this one. So hit that like button aggressively. Make sure you leave me a comment about how beautiful I am, how kind I am, how nice of a personality I have, those kind of things, because these are all true. My mom tells me that every single day. Now let's get to work. So 2 down days in the QQQs. Guys, you have to take this with a grain of salt. Down day as in 0.16, like that's flat, right? It's just a rest day. There's not much to read on this at all. It's all systems is a go, man. We're fucking shredding because that's what's happening right now. SPY was down 0.4%. Once again, this is just, hey, we're overbought. We're still a little bit overbought. And now we're pulling back, and we might come back into the bone zone here, whatever. But overall, this is not like some nasty thing, some end of the trend. It's very low volatility. There's not much to read on this. I thought the funny part was, not funny part, but the interesting part today was, IWM was up 0.54%. And we are starting to test into some levels here that we're starting to test into levels here. One test, 2 tests, starting to perk its pickle here for the 3rd test. If it can push up and then rest, let the EMAs catch up, then we are in for some good God-fearing Christian fun here. Man, that's going to be, there's a lot going on that one. And then you can see today, right, really this box was leading the way here, up 1.1%, kind of breaking out of a multi-month, almost a 1 year range. And so I think that was kind of leading the way in terms of the market. Guys, last night's video, all the stocks that we put on there were quite a few from last night's video that really were ripping, like Hood and Mara. So you guys always study up the watch list, man. We put these things there for a reason, right? Mara, CLSK. We had all these on the watch list last couple days, right? And starting to rip. So, that's the whole point, right? We make lists, we stock them, we wait for our entries, and then, you go and do the Lord's work. And so today was a nice day for the traders. Let's go at this and get this thing again. We don't really have much, I would say much crazy stuff in the economic news, but we'll keep an eye on some of those things too. I put this on the Gapper list in the morning. I thought this 131 was a break. I had an awesome run to 157. I did not partake. Shame on me. There was too much of a spread, and I was just thinking cryptos, and all this other stuff. And man, that was a nice run. Let's see if this one. It's got a pretty low float, 30 million shares. Week open. Let's see if this shoves off into a red to green. I think that one's going to be nice. Hims. Dude, Hims. Push into the close. I believe this is earnings. Swings to net income. Revenue rises. Dude, these guys, they should be crushing it. Like, how can you sell boner pills and hair plug pills? And they even have, not that I've looked, but they even have the pills that make you last a little bit longer. So if you're just kind of a 2-pumper, maybe a 3-pumper, 4-pumper, they got pills for that too. Now on the other side, if you're my age, you're in your 40s, dude, being a 3-pumper is kind of awesome. I wish I was a 3-pumper, right? Maybe a nice couple pumps and go back to sleep. Like, that sounds amazing, right? That sounds amazing. So maybe you don't want to be a part of the hymns. I'm not sure. But for you kind of youngsters that are into the 2-3 pumpers, this is nice. This is your stock, baby. We got low float on this, 183 million, $2 billion company. Nice sweet spot, big base here. Shit. Let's see if this pulls. It might be gapping up a little bit too much. If it pulls off at the open, then we might be able to play this for a pullback trade. Alt Nation earnings were up today. Had pretty good reaction. It was up a lot more in the pre-market, but faded off a little bit here. I think tomorrow, this 12 spot should trigger it into the 1250 breakout. Pretty big base here. It's known to move, right? It's a former runner. There's some good stuff that's happened in this one. Nice. CLSK. I don't know. Did anybody see any news in crypto? I didn't. I know Bitcoin went nuts, and I can see here it's at 54,000. I know Bitcoin went nuts, but I mean, holy shamoly. They didn't, it's like you had one little pull here, and then it was off to the races. Dude, let's get, the top of the Bollinger Band's like 22. Dude, let's hope for a week open on this, and let's go do this, man. Let's go do this. It may need an inside day, and then, you kind of take it out. We'll see what's up. Hey, CDLX, blast from the past. I haven't traded this stock in quite some time. About 5 million shares in volume. Great range, right? Biotech company, 37 million share float. Love the sweet spot that kind of right now in this market with IWM kind of perking his pickle. That 2 billion, 8 billion, 10 billion, 15 billion. That range is going to be a nice sweet spot where you can really get some good moves. Nice trender too. Week open, red to green. Let's see if we can break 50 on this bad boy. We're right at the sweet spot here. Mara, do you see how I just did that? That was like so Trumpy, right? Like, man, I don't know what's going on, man, but I just did a Trumpy right there. Like, now you got this, all right? Check this out. 30 break. Now, earnings are coming up in 2 days. Maybe you get a pre-earnings push. I don't think Mara's ever had a profit before, so I can't imagine the earnings are too crazy, but it doesn't really matter. Probably not, right? The more money it loses, probably the better it is for these kind of companies. But you got a spot here, triple tapper. Dude, right out of the gate, man, you got to love that, right? You got to just love that. One shot, one kill. Didn't even give really many opportunities to get in. It was like, if you had, we were talking about this yesterday, you got a level here that was on the hourly, and it was just a close your eyes and go for it type of thing. But it's hot. Let's see if this goes for tomorrow, a little earnings run. Lemonade, Lemonade is actually runs with AI sometimes because they claim that they use AI for their insurance stuff. Whatever it is, 15%, 32 million share float. Holy shamoles. This is a buenos, man. This is a good look to it, man. A little bit untalked about, right? It'd be nice. It's nice to trade some names that not everybody, right? Everybody and their great aunt is looking at. I think this kind of, it's a former hot momentum name. It's had a long time to chill and think about its behavior, right? It's had a lot of time to think about its sins, man. And it's learned its lesson, I think, and now it's ready to go. Dude, let's hit this thing, man. Give me a week open on that thing. Riot, I think this one might play catch up. Obviously, it's got a little bit, it tends to not move as good as Mara. And at some point, this is going to play a little catch up. You got 1 test, 2 tests, 3 tests, 4 tests. Dudes, we can shred that one. This RXRX has a big level here. Now, this thing's a turd, and it was smoked out yesterday. The reason I added it back was because fucking SoundHound had this huge ripper, right? Huge ripper. Damn, right? That's like, this is the old school small cap action before the Fugazis and the double Lutsies and all this stuff, man. It's got a good look to it. So I think with this one repping, maybe RXRX follows, right? Both of these popped because it was disclosed that NVIDIA made an investment in them. It was a long time ago NVIDIA made these investments in it, but it doesn't really matter, right? Traders will use anything to kind of push up some stocks. So let's get into this. ZM had earnings out, only about 10% move, so this is good. You got a big level here at 75 to trade around over the next few days. Not many stocks left near the bottom here, right? So tech stock near the bottom. Hey, former runner, still a new issue, right? Maybe 4-year-old company in terms of in the public. I think that's a good spot. Let's add that army. This, I think, for tomorrow, it's ready. It's been testing this 24 spot. Now, this is the 30-minute chart. Test, dudes. It's a buenos noches. Add that. Dude, I like that. I like that one a lot. Aspen Extreme, $18 breakout. Still got the alert set. Nothing cooking yet. I'm a little bit concerned. I have CVN on the list, but every time it spikes up, it's getting faded off at this 76. So I think it's a leave alone unless it clears 76. But these two tails, maybe even clears in the test, right? These two tails are a little bit troubling. I know Carousel Capital came in and said they're shorting it. They're obviously very good at what they do, but this is also a market where they like to squeeze the short sellers. So who knows how that plays out, but not a big priority of mine. Obviously this company is a huge turd, and you got these two wicks, and so I'm not that interested in it, but if they does decide to do a little short squeeze, then 75 is going to be the spot. Uber, test. We're getting really tight here. This might go tomorrow. Probably a break of 79 sets it. I think break of 79 sets it. I think that's going to be a little hot spot. And then I got still Trip here. The TripAdvisor. Hey, leave me a review on TripAdvisor. Right? Can't go anywhere without those TripAdvisor guys coming after you. 28 is your sweet spot on this bad boy. Now, look, if we need some shorts, right? Google got dusted today. Kind of a little bit of a rollover, broke under the 50-day moving average. If we need a short, I think Google is probably the one. This pod had news out today also. Earnings that were a couple days ago or 4 days ago. Just a swing, blah, blah, blah. Nasty little trender on this today. Good range. We can add this one too as a little bit of a rollover play. This one in Google, and frankly, we can just trade the indexes and stuff like that. Go check out Levi's stuff in our chat room. He's always trading indexes with options and stuff, and just he's crushing puss on that stuff. So you can always check out his stuff. He's got free trial for his room. Dude, guy's awesome. Guys, let me know if you have any questions. Let's go do the Lord's work. I love you guys. Peace.